right, so at the top, it says to convert an angle from radians to degrees, we blank. What do? You did this in the homework that was due last night. You want to go from radians to degrees. What did you do on the homework? Yeah, Jack? Good job. You multiply by 180 degrees over pi. So again, if you are converting from radians to degrees, we multiply by 180 degrees over pi. So I'm going to do example 1 with you, then I'm going to let you try example 2 and 3 on your own. Then we're going to do example 4 together. Then we're going to do a Kahoot, and then we'll have a skills check. It says convert 2 pi over 3 to degrees. So I'm going to do what Jack said, and I'm going to multiply by 180 over pi. So my pi's cancel. And I know 3 goes into 3 once, and I know 3 goes into 180 60 times. So I'm left with 2 times 60, which is 120. It says then sketch the angle. Well, 120 degrees, how far away from the x-axis is 120? $60. So you're going to want to make that look like more than, so that's 60 degrees, but I need my arc. So then what quadrant is this in? Second. There we go. All right, now you guys try example 2 and 3. In example 3, that is a negative 3 pi over 4. So convert it to degrees, make a sketch, and then identify the quadrant. Make sure you have your arrow and arc indicating whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, try both of them. Then I'll go over them, and then we'll do example 4 together. All right, I'm going to do example 2, and then I'll pause while you're still working on example 3. Example 2, I multiplied by 180 over pi and got 210 degrees. What quadrant is this one in? It's in the third quadrant. How many degrees into the third quadrant is it past 180? 30. So you want to make sure it's less than halfway, and there it is. Yeah, Sophia? Oh, okay. So do you see 6 goes into 180 30 times? So you take 7 times 30. 7 times 30 is 210. Okay? All right, then try example 3 if you haven't gotten to it yet. Convert negative 3 pi over 4. So it's a negative angle of rotation. So think about what that means. Now, are you remembering 4 goes into 180 45 times? Like that's a common one, 180 divided by 4. So I got negative 135 degrees. What do you have to remember about a negative angle of rotation? Yeah. Good job. Okay, it's going to go the opposite rotation. Instead of counterclockwise, it's going to go clockwise. And then 135, that's midway into the third quadrant. Okay, it's 45 degrees in. So give me thumbs up. How are you feeling about converting and sketching? You doing okay? All right, looking good. All right, the last one we're going to do together, it says convert 3 pi over 2 to degrees. Sketch the angle. Then identify the point on the unit circle and find sine 3 pi over 2, cosine 3 pi over 2, and tangent 3 pi over 2. So I'm going to give you a moment to start this one. Convert it to degrees. You know how to do that. Then sketch it. You know how to do that. And then you think about our launch problem today. We just reviewed how to do it if it's on the X or the Y axis. So let's see if we remember how to do that. All right, Jack, what did you get for the degrees? 270 degrees. That's what I got. All right, it says sketch the angle. So this is down here. Then you're going to use that this is the point 0, -1. So then the sine of 3 pi over 2. Okay, let's see if we now can connect this. Jojo, what would be the sine of 3 pi over 2? Is it the x coordinate or the y coordinate? Remember, we did this in the launch. X comma y, it goes cosine theta, comma sine theta. So it's the y coordinate. So Omnea, what would be the sine of 3 pi over 2 then if it's the y coordinate? Here's your point, right? And it goes x comma y. -1, right? It's the y coordinate. It is the y coordinate, which is -1, okay? And then cosine 3 pi over 2. So Sophia, what would be the cosine of 3 pi over 2? No, the -1 is the y coordinate, and I want cosine, and cosine is the x coordinate. So 0, yeah, you got it. So then for tangent 3 pi over 2, Parker, what would I write down for tangent 3 pi over 2? It's undefined, but can you tell me how you got there?
Oh, sorry. I did -1 over 0.
Yes, because you take your y over your x, or the sine 3 pi over 2 over cosine, and then you're absolutely right, that is undefined. All right, so big idea today is we converted sine and cosine, or not sine, we converted radians to degrees. We can sketch them, and then we can do sine, cosine, and tangent if they're on the x or y axis using our unit circle. All right, any questions?